For the next 7 episodes, you may hear references to hosts Tap G and Surfer Clock detonating a nuclear device. The producers of the show would like to remind you that while bomb threats are never funny, this podcast is all in good fun and no actual threat is present. Please refrain from taking the podcast too seriously and enjoy the episode. Thank you. After a mysterious cease and desist letter arrived at the office of What's the Attraction, show hosts Tap G and Surfer Clock separate and begin to go their own ways. But an unidentified flying object came in and abducted Tap G before the two could reconcile, leaving Surfer Clock earthbound, alone, and confused. He rushed back into the studio, panicked and determined to try and get back his friend.
Reese! Reese! Where are you?
Hang on, sir. I'm just gonna plug in my tablet. I'll be right out. Okay, what's up? Hey, where's Tappers?
He was just abducted by aliens.
Look, you may have skipped show writing 101, but I'll fill you in. Don't mix genres. Gins and aliens don't mix. Didn't you see Cowboys versus Aliens?
Oh, this isn't a review, Reese. Tap G was just hoisted up in the air into a spaceship and flew off into space. You have to do something. Can I make a wish or something?
Surfer Clock, I don't have that kind of power. I'm limited to conjuring up old rides for you two. And by the way, did Tapper set off that warhead yet?
Reese, focus. I need your help here.
Calm down, okay? I got just the thing. Let me see here. Pandora's Box, Holy Grail, Walt Disney's personal journal, Jimmy Hoffa's remains. Here it is!
Cannon? Seriously?
Hey, watch it. This cannon once belonged to Hernando Cortez.
Really?
Heck if I remember.
Reese, what am I going to do with a cannon?
Simple. Just slide yourself in, I'll light the fuse, and boom! You'll be circling the moon before you can say, "This is Major Tom to ground control."
Except that I can't breathe in the vacuum of space. What am I going to do about that?
What am I, an aerospace museum docent? You want to get Tappers back, don't you? So you can, do all that cool stuff you guys do together? Ride rides, do your reviews, and make bird houses out of popsicle sticks? I'll be honest, I have no clue what you guys do on your days off.
Well, if this thing will get me to space to catch up with Tap G, I'll do it.
Surfer Clock carefully climbed into the cannon.
Ready when you are, Reese.
Alrighty. This may tickle.
Reese struck a match and lit the cannon's fuse as he began the countdown.
10, 9, 8... Wow, he disappeared faster than O.J. Simpson's credibility.
Reese couldn't be happier. Now that both Surfer Clock and Tap G were presumed dead, he could finally reap the rewards of the hefty wager he'd made some time ago. Yeah, hello, Doug the Griffin here.
Yo, what's happening, dog? It's Reese.
Reese, I knew you'd call.
You did?
Yeah, I've been listening in on all the What's the Attraction episodes since you made that little wager.
So you know why I'm calling. You heard what happened.
See, that's the thing, Reginald. I heard every word.
I don't follow.
You bet me 50 grand they'd kill each other before they split up.
Right, now that one's getting an alien autopsy and the other's imploding away in space.
You're missing the point. A, they didn't die at each other's hands, hence your words, they'd kill each other. B, thanks to that letter debacle, they split up first, then they flew off into space. Reginald, you owe me 75 grand because you lost your own terms of the bet.
What? You little rat! You know I don't have that kind of money!
Clearly you have a problem if you're making wagers you can't back up.
Can't you call off the bet?
I can, but my supervisor, Joey Fatucci, doesn't take kindly to debtors.
You have to help me out, Doug. I live in a hot pot, remember?
Quit whimpering. Alright, because I'm a nice guy, I'm going to cut you a break. All you have to do is go out into space and bring him back to Earth. If you can do that and have them reconcile, I in turn will keep my beak shut to Joey and the bet continues. Is that fair?
Just bring them back and have them get back together and we're good.
Like Crosby and Hope. But, not gonna lie, you'll owe me one.
Alright, fine, I'll do it.
And be quick about it, Reginald. Joey checks the book every few weeks, and if you don't have them back soon, I can't guarantee my silence. You feel me?
I hear you, Doug. Thanks.
Of course, Reese didn't want to go all the way into space to rescue Tap G and Surfer Clock, but he had no choice. Then he heard a knock on the door.
I say, old bean, is everything kosher in here?
We're Tap G and Surfer Clock.
It was the studio's writers, Tapford Gifford and his brother Sir Phineas of Cloxenberg.
Hey, I'm glad to hear you two. The guys ran out to do some errands. I gotta take care of some things on Krypton. Anyway, you guys need to hold down the fort, and especially my hot pot. See ya!
Tapford and Phineas watched from the window as Reese inserted himself into the cannon and rocketed off to the stars.
Oh, look here, old chap, the light on the laptop's on. It would be right irresponsible for us to take advantage of this now, wouldn't it?
Oh, terribly so.
Hello, I'm Sir Phineas of Cloxenberg.
And I'm Tapford Gifford.
And we're What's the Attraction, where your vacation is my work?
No. It's our work is your vacation.
Right. Anyway, let's talk about those ruddy turkey legs. What's the attraction with those things? Let's leave Tapford and Phineas to their own device, shall we? Because exactly 12,743,621,004 light years away in space, our abductee, Tap G, was having some troubles of his own. Chained to a table, no lights on... one very bright one.
That's gonna put a ding on your electric bill. We know who you are, Tap G.
And we want to talk with you. On the other side of the table were two aliens. The first one looked like a fat red ogre, and the other looked like a cassowary wearing a LeVar Burton visor, camo pants, and cyborg arms. They looked around, bewildered.
Where is that voice coming from?
Did they just call me fat?
You get used to it.
Cut the snark, kid. We've had our eye on you for a while, and now you're in violation of 376 intergalactic laws.
Wooly, what are you doing?
I'm being bad cop.
No, I'm bad cop. You're good cop.
Oh, please. I called it before we even picked him up. What's so funny?
Has anyone ever told you guys you sound a lot like Casey Kasem and Sterling Holloway?
Yes. Let's get down to business. Tap G, we've been listening to your podcast, What's the Attraction, for some time now. For the most part, we appreciate the informative elements.
Informative elements?
And some of the jokes, and even all the special episodes, so you might consider us fans.
Well, thank you very much.
It wasn't finished!
However, your recent episode, Top 10 Attractions That Deserve to be Nuked, we find ourselves at odds with you.
If we're at odds, then I guess that doesn't make us even.
We were upset after episode 16, Stitch's Great Escape, but now you're about to drop a warhead of atomic proportions on it. We draw the line there.
Oh, you guys like the ride?
We were hired by Mr. 626 to pick you up and teach you a lesson in respect.
Wait, Stitch? Stitch hired you guys to rough me up because he objected to our opinions on the podcasts?
We don't question our orders, Tap G. We just follow them.
Did you at least hear our arguments? Let's talk this out. I'm not as stupid as I pretend to be on the podcast, you know. It's just my character.
When we passed by Pluto, you asked why Mickey wasn't keeping him on a leash.
Well, then why is the poor dog floating in space?
Now, at this point, you may be wondering how Surfer Clock is faring. You know, flying unprotected through the cold, empty void of outer space.
You know, I totally forgot about that.
Space, says the introduction to The Hitchhiker's Guide, is big. Really big. You just won't believe how vastly, hugely, mind-buggeringly big it is. And so on. It also says that if you hold a lung full of air, you can survive in the total vacuum of space for about 30 seconds. But with space being really big and all, the chances of being picked up within that time are 2 to the power of 4,075,557,277 to 1 against, which, by a staggering coincidence, is also the telephone number of the Orlando house where Surfer Clock went to a Star Trek viewing party and met a nice young lady who totally told him off. Though the odds were astronomical indeed, Surfer Clock was in fact rescued.
Where am I?
When Surfer Clock awoke, he found himself lying in a bed, a nurse at his side.
Oh, good, you're awake. Captain Kirk, the patient's conscious.
Captain Kirk. What is this, Star Trek?
Thank you. I'll take it from here. Hello, Surfer Clock.
Tower Girl?
To be continued in Part 3, An Enterprising Experience.